Yeah, I don't really know where it's stopped off at. But so yeah, man. End up. Let me see. So end up getting out. Like, I mean, end up going to court. Next day they gonna let me out. Next day, like 6 in the evening, get out and shit. Walk out with a few people, trying to see. We all walking around. I'm in flip flops, mind you. I ain't got no shoes, no tennis shoes. I'm in shorts, a t-shirt, and flip flops. A shirt. I'm in shorts, a tank top, and flip flops. All my shoes and shit was in the truck when they got me. I was in my flip flops. You know what I'm saying? When they snatched me, rest of my feet. So I ended up leaving my truck with old girl so they wouldn't tow it. Cause I know if they would have towed my shit, then by the time I got out, I would have had to pay all that shit for them holding my truck. That would have been a whole nother thing, keeping me stuck in Oklahoma, right? So I ended up leaving the truck with old girl. Like, fuck it, I'd rather take a chance of leaving over her. That way when I get out, I know I can get it. Don't have to pay no money, right? And so they let me out and shit, like I said, like 6, boom. I'm in flip flops. Walking with a few people and a female. She on the phone and shit. She using, asked to use our phone to call. Well, I think she asked me to use my phone. That's how I ended up, asking her, can I get a ride with her and shit, at least a little bit up the way. They didn't want old girl to come get her though, wouldn't do it. She like, nah, she don't want to take nobody she don't know. So I understood that. So I'm like, all right. So the little town that I was in was like 28 miles away from the county jail that I was in. So I'm on the highway hiking it. In flip flops, bro. You hear me? Flip flops like these. I got some on. Like shower shoes. Like shower shoes you get in the joint or in the county jail or in the jailhouse. Something just like these. So I'm walking this shit. Man, feet hurting like a motherfucker. It done got dark. I'm on the phone talking to this chick, right? She supposed to be coming to pick me up with my truck. I done talked to her like 3 times. She tell me she in a different location, heading my way each time, right? But now I got like 1 bar left. I'm trying to hold on to that bar and wait for her to call me, but she ain't calling. So I call real quick and hang up just to trying to get her to know I'm calling, like still looking for her, where she at. This motherfucker told me this shit like she should have been to me. She wasn't nowhere. She wasn't coming to get me, bro. So by the time I looked up, one of my house shoes, the side thing had popped. Boom. So I'm trying to hold my flip flop. I'm like clenching my toes to my flip flop to keep it on from slipping off. And so that's causing extra pain to my feet. I'm already walking on concrete on this highway. Feet hurt like a motherfucker, bruh. So I'm walking and walking. This is getting darker and darker and later and later. So about 2 hours go past. I know she ain't coming now. I done been walking like at least 2 hours. I'm like, man, she ain't coming. And my phone is all the way dead. I can't even call nobody. So I'm just walking. I'm like, I just gotta keep walking. I'm so like my legs and my body so fatigued. My feet is like blistering, hurting so bad. I don't want to walk on these motherfuckers, but I can't stop walking. I'm just like, I ain't about to stop. I gotta keep going. Next thing you know, motherfucking lights behind me, police lights. I'm like, oh shit. Look back, it's the police hit their lights and shit. Highway patrol, young officer and shit, like 20 something. Told me I'm supposed to be walking on the highway and shit. That's can't be walking on the highway, this and that. I told him my situation, showed him my paperwork. He looked at it, ran it back, called and see if it was legit. And like asked him where I was going. I told him. He was like, I'm heading towards that way anyway. I'll give you a ride. You can't be on this highway walking. I'm like, man, I'll take the ride. My feet is hurting. You can drop me off wherever down there. It don't matter. On the way riding with this officer though, I ain't never really sat and talked to no officer like that, man. And he told me some situations he was in and all that and shit, right? I'm still skeptical because it's a police, I'm on the opposite side of this dude, so. But at this moment, I think it was some more spiritual that crept in between us and gave us that medium where we can talk to each other, right? Long story short, boom, learned a lot of good shit about him. It was like, he a police, but he might not be a bad person, right? Plus, I felt like God brought that man by me to help me get off my feet, to give me a way to get off my feet, right? So he dropped me off and shit, right down in the middle of the town and shit, like a couple blocks from where I go. I don't want to really let him know exactly where I was going. So boom, he dropped me off like 2 blocks right there by 7-Eleven and shit, cause I wanted to go get me a beer and a fucking cigar, cause I wanted to smoke and shit. That's when I was smoking tobacco. And so I ended up going to get me a 40 ounce and a pack of Black & Milds. Went to one of these female houses that I had been to before that I knew was a friend of the old girl who had my car, had my truck. And I sat and talked with old girl's mama. She wasn't there, but I was sitting there talking to her mama and trying to get some information on where the girl went with my truck and all that shit. Long story short, I moved around all through that little town to the people I met through her, going to their houses and shit on my feet. And all of them explaining to me they seen her earlier or something, and she been riding around in my car all over the place, going back and forth to the city, to Oklahoma City and shit. Car full of niggas in my truck. I'm like, damn. Anyway, end of that night, man, long ass night, I finally go back to her spot. I see my truck in the driveway, in a parking lot, so I'm like, yeah, my fucking truck, I gotta get the fuck out of here. Boom. I go to the apartment, knock on the door. As soon as she opened the door, she got a knife like this. Big ass. I'm like, hey, what's up? Like, where my keys at? That's the first thing. I just step back, like, where my keys at? That's all I want. She yelling, saying some shit. I'm like, yeah, okay. Oh, it was my keys, man. I ain't tripping out nothing. She ended up giving my keys and shit. Hop in my car. I pull off. Pull to the nearest place. I think I went to 7-Eleven, where it was lighting and shit. I could look at my car and see what was going on. All my shit is gone. All my clothes, all my shoes I had in the back that I was just changing into. Not the shit I had in my storage, but the shit I just had in my truck while I was there. All my clothes, all my t-shirts I was selling. My wallet gone. This motherfucker done took my wallet, my old wallet, and gave me a new wallet and put all my shit in this new wallet. So I know she was going through my information and shit. My keys to my storage unit was gone. So boom, I wait till the morning and go to my storage unit. That motherfucker empty, bro. Lock is off, motherfucker empty. Everything I own, all my furniture I had at my house, all my workout equipment, all my all my t-shirt equipment, all my art, all my artwork, all my art shit, all my fishing equipment, all my fishing shit, all my jewelry, my clothes, shit I ain't never wore. Everything, like all the shit I had, everything I had in my house when I left Marietta, Georgia was in that storage. Like everything. I didn't have a lot of heavy weight furniture. I had like futon shit. Shit that folded up and shit, light shit. But anyway, everything that I owned though was in that storage. Everything that I owned, man. So I ended up talking to the storage people about it. They told me they couldn't do shit about it and nothing they could do. I had to go fill out a police report. Fill out police report and shit. Boom. I'm like, man, they ain't about to do shit. I ain't about to sit here. They telling me I need to sit here till tomorrow or something and wait. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm not about to be sitting in this little town no more, get caught up on nothing else. Somebody can say I did something to them before tomorrow morning come, and then when I come see y'all be picking my ass up or some shit like that. I'm like, hell nah. I had a few dollars in my pocket, man. I went to go buy me a charger and a time card to put some minutes on my phone and shit. After that, I was busted. So I'm calling home, trying to ask motherfuckers to send me like $25 and shit so I can get some gas just to peel up out of there and keep moving. I'm calling all kind of family members, homies, motherfuckers in the hood. You know, motherfuckers whose phones I had, them still like communicating with somewhat when I was in Georgia. I couldn't even get $25 from motherfuckers, man. $20 from motherfuckers, man. Two people out of everybody from Highland and family members and partners and shit that I hit up. I'm talking about close family motherfuckers. My cousin Chubby sent me some money, like $30. She was the first one. My sister Dee Dee, she sent me like 25. She was second. And then my homie AJ, the one I went to Cali with, he was on another mission, going to another state somewhere. I don't know where he was going, but he ended up sending me some money too. But I ended up, when I got to Oklahoma, where I was at, I'm still in Oklahoma. I got to Miami, Oklahoma. And my motherfucking Suburban broke down on me, bruh. So I ended up getting a ride to, Walmart to get, the motherfucker ran all, she didn't put no oil, no trash. She ran all my transmission, my oil, all that shit was dry. Transmission fluid, oil was dry. Radiator fluid, all that shit was dry. I had to go buy all that shit to put in there thinking I'm gonna save my engine, but it was too late already. It got me another few miles down the road and shit. Another few miles down the road, I just heard like shit tearing up. Engine just, throwing, rides or whatever. All I could say was like, dang. I sat on the highway, man, like 3 days, man, sleeping in that truck, man. Wake up in the morning, walk to the little gas station to get me a couple of dollars, spend like $2 or $3 on breakfast and shit, have me something to eat, something to drink and shit. Trying to spare the little money I had in my pocket. Finally, get another source. It was supposed to send me that money through the wire. Finally sent me that money through the wire and shit. So I get that. I had enough to go ahead and get a tow truck to tow my shit from Miami, Oklahoma to Joplin. So now I'm in Missouri. I said, all I need to do is get to Missouri. I get to Missouri, I'm cool. I just need to get out of the state of Oklahoma. So I ended up getting to Joplin. Once they got to Joplin, I said, as soon as you get to Joplin, wherever the closest Walmart, whatever, let's drop me off there. I'm trying to save as much money as I can on this tow shit. So I got dropped off in Walmart parking lot. Boom. Sat there another 2 days in that parking lot, picnicking it out in the truck and shit, camping out in my truck. And my homie was like, man, just wait, I'm gonna come pick you up. You know what I'm saying? So that would make me wait 2 days down there. The nigga was doing some other shit and kept, had me there for 3 days on me. And all said and done, he finally came and got me after the 3rd day. He pulled up on me. I'm like, man, I've been out here like, nigga, you just don't know how that shit felt like. You know what I'm saying? Then, calling the nigga and he don't answer your calls and shit. You like, you don't know what the fuck is going on. So It was just a whole fucked up ordeal though. He finally came and got me, man, and we drove back to the city and shit. That was the best feeling I had, man, since I, walked out of prison or, when I walked out that jail. It's like, finally, you know what I'm saying, with somebody I know. I'm not out here in these streets like, out here at night all by myself and shit all every night. This on some weird ass shit, right? Get back to the city, hit Highland popping. All kind of motherfuckers out on Highland, man. They party. Niggas got drinks, big weed. A lot of the same motherfuckers that I called. Some of the same motherfuckers that I called, man, this for $20, $25, man. Till I got back. A lot of them same people was down on 55th on Highland, man. Drinking, smoking, pulling out big knots by the end of the night, you know what I'm saying? Showing all their money off and shit. Niggas got big knots in their pocket. Big weed, you know what I'm saying, in their cars. Niggas got big, big shit. Niggas, not broke like they told me they was. So I'm looking like, damn. About 5 days ago, when I was calling, asking everybody for $20, $25 so I could get the fuck off the highway, everybody was telling me they didn't have it. They ain't have it. But when I get back and hit Highland, when I first get back 2017, August 2017, shit, motherfuckers was kicking it. Everybody was geared up. Everybody had big money in their pocket. Everybody was popping bottles, smoking real good. Motherfuckers was back and forth to the liquor store that whole night. I'm talking about, it was a big party. Everybody was kicking and partying. I'm just thinking to myself, 5 days ago, everybody was broke. 5 days ago, everybody that I called, that I see now in front of me, showing, spending big money on liquor, spending more than $20, you spend $30, $40 on a bottle. You buying big, smoking big weed and pulling out fat knots. Motherfuckers talking about the new shoes they just went and bought. Motherfucker, everybody was clean, everybody geared up. And I'm thinking in my head like, 5 days ago though, everybody told me they didn't have $20 and $25. But nobody sent me $20 and $25. Like out of 15 or 20 people I called, right? And I'm thinking I'm thinking in my head when I first got the idea, like, I said if I call 5 people and get $25 from each of them, that'll be enough for me to get a little toe or something. And that shit didn't happen though. But anyway, get back to Highland, 2017, like I said. And so that just let me know, like, I was really by myself, I'm really out here standing alone, you know what I mean? I'm like, I got people that say they love me and shit like that, right? But motherfucker sure didn't show it to me back then when I was trying to get off the highway. And even when I get back here, I'm in flip flops, tank top and shorts. I ain't got no more clothes, no nothing. So I'm trying to figure out a way how I can get a little hustle going real quick, get me a pair of shoes. Motherfucker didn't nobody even offer, you know what I mean? You would think like, motherfucker coming back, this is like a nigga get out of the pen and some of your homeboys put you down, right? Or a nigga come back from somewhere like I was and I was flat broke, everything was taken from me, right? I would have thought that somebody would have reached out and helped the nigga out, right? Big school though. Out of everybody, that nigga big school. I told him about my situation. He was like, nigga, I got a whole bunch of shoes. I don't even wear it. And still in good condition and shit, man. I'll give you them motherfuckers if you want them. I said, you know, we ended up figuring out his feet was like a little smaller than mine. So I still was like, I don't give a fuck. I take them, man. You know, I suffer a little pain to have some shoes on my feet because nigga, I'm coming on Highland every day for the last week in flip flops. So big school came me down with like 5 pair of shoes. Brung them to me on Wayne and shit. I was sitting on Wayne talking to Doc and shit. Doc and a couple more people, he brought them around there. Then that nigga, I was telling about my hustle with the shirts and shit. He like, nigga, I got a whole bag of t-shirts, you know, from touring and shit. We used to, you know, sell merch and shit. He like, I don't even fuck with that shit. You can have that shit, I'll bring that shit to you. That nigga brought me a whole trash bag of t-shirts. It was, you know, it was like more like shit that, you know, hood niggas wouldn't wear them. It was more like that shit. The shirts that he gave me catered to more like Tech Nine's fans type. You know, more of a. I ain't gonna say it like that, but not trying to sound racist. It was more of a Caucasian type of. You know, talking about fishing and different shit like that. It wasn't no hood type shit t-shirts. It was like more of a regular shit you get out the gas station type t-shirts, you know what I'm saying? Different shit on them, but I took all that shit, you know, I was trying to sell them, I sold a lot of them, but that nigga was the only one that really helped me out. So that right there gave me a little bit of, you know, way to make some money. Everybody else trying to throw a pack in a nigga hand. And then get a nigga back out there moving around like that. I ain't gonna go there though, but you know. Anyway, so that's something of like, so I was saying all that to say like, all that shit I went through in Georgia coming out of that is like, after I got those 2 letters, man, motherfuckers start fucking with the way I make my money and trying to stop me from being able to make money. And start fucking with me on the legal shit, right? So I left Georgia, had to get out that bitch. I get back here, same shit, man. Motherfuckers stole my Suburban. I had my Suburban up on 63rd Street at the auto place, getting looked at. They looked at it and told me what it was and all the shit. So they told me they had pulled it out. They really didn't want to fuck with it, so I was supposed to come pick it up. They left it in the parking lot. But the day I get there, that motherfucker gone. Somebody stole my shit. So boom. I ended up moving up north with my sister when I got here. I'm up there, you know what I'm saying? Give me a little quick job at Hardee's and shit, so I can get some money going. Boom, buy me a little Impala. So I'm driving Impala and shit, back and forth in the hood. About a year, well, end of that year, well, a year later my shit break down while I was at work. I had to get a truck. Bought me a pickup truck. You know what I'm saying? So I had a pickup truck is always a means of making some money. So grab me a pickup truck so I can be able to move around and do my work and shit. At the same time, I was trying to rebuild the engine and make the engine better. So by me being in between my sister's house, my nephew Dante's house, I leave it at Dante's house while I'm rebuilding the engine and doing shit to work to it. Somebody stealing the motherfucker from over there. So now, nigga stuck without a vehicle again, right? Up north trying to fucking came across a mobile home. Cause I'm bouncing around from hotel to my sister, different sisters' houses and shit, right? And between the beginning when I first got back, so I ended up coming across, somebody came across a mobile home. I ended up getting, cleaned that motherfucker out, finally got it cleaned out and cleaned up. Now, and remodeling the doors, getting all the doors and shit, locks and all that shit put on it. Them motherfuckers kept harassing the nigga though, man. I'm talking about all the back payments and shit, that shit kept adding up. They just kept trying to bring a nigga to court for that motherfucker and adding on taxes and shit, wouldn't take payments. Long story short, them motherfuckers took the motherfucker from a nigga, man. Ended up taking that. So I invested all that money into that mobile home and ended up losing that. So now I'm back to square one again. I'm back broke. No place to stay, no car. Then lost my job, right? So I'm like, damn, why all this shit now? Like, it's bad luck happening to a nigga all of a sudden, man. And I just got to a point where I stopped going out south, man. I stopped going on Highland. Cause I figured that was part of what was going on and shit, you know what I'm saying? I feel like me tapping into that old energy and starting to do that old hustling again, posting up on Highland and all that shit start bringing me bad luck, right? Start bringing in negative energy. And so I started getting a lot of bad luck behind that shit, right? So I said, fuck it, I'm gonna stop fucking with Highland, I'm gonna stay up north. So I stayed up north. I stopped coming down to the city like to go on Highland. I wasn't going on Highland. And just kept up north really and moving around the city other than Highland, other than the hood. Trying to stay busy and keep a job and shit, man. Stay away from all the shit. At the same time, my mom was going through health issues and she finally passed away. Then, after she passed away, I had several, man, all the homies, and shit was a lot of homies passing away and all that, as everybody know. But it's like shit spiraled down after 2018, 19, 20, all that shit just started going downhill, right? And I found my nephew dead in the basement, shit, on overdose on pills, not OD on pills, but took some pills that was laced with fentanyl and shit. And I found him dead in the basement, man. So after I found him like that, I said, I ain't popping no more pills, I'm done with the pill shit. I ain't popping no pills since then, like allergy pills or something maybe, and that's like, I probably ain't popping many of those since then. I just stopped popping pills and stopped drinking hard liquor and shit. Every now and then I'll give me a little airplane bottle or something and drink it, but nah, I can't indulge in like that like I used to, I gotta stay more clear-headed, man. That shit take you away from your spirituality. It take you away from your intuition. You know what I mean? And enjoying negative energies and shit. And so, okay, so enough of my little journey. So I was saying all that to say, like I said, So those two letters, man, and I'm gonna come back in the next video because it's about to cut off.